Buongiorno, buonasera, benvenuti amici, welcome my friends. My name is Vincenzo. Welcome to my channel, and my channel is Fountain Pen Therapy. Now I've got to tell you that this, for me, is a very special day. What I have in store for you is a very short, but hopefully exciting surprise that I have for you. And that I have for myself, frankly. Lately we've been talking about GRAIL pens and beautiful pens that I purchased on my recent Italian vacation, where I visited Nino Marino at Delta, where I visited over a dozen fountain pen stores or fountain pen related product stores. And it's been quite a journey this summer. I got to tell you, it's been an exciting few months. I've discovered some beautiful pens. But I had one pen that, if you watched my channel, I've been hunting for now many years. And which I said to myself, I will eventually get it, and I will not rest until I do. Well, I think that the package containing that ultimate fountain pen and that ultimate GRAIL fountain pen, for me at least, has finally arrived. Now, I've got to tell you, it's pre-owned. It's a used fountain pen, so I don't know in what condition it is in. I don't know whether or not it actually represents what I really wanted all along. I'm assuming from the description that I quickly took a look at that it is. Based on the reputation of the seller who sold me this beautiful pen, I am going to assume that it's in, good condition. I bought it from Peyton Street Pens, who are just a fabulous pen retailer, and I trust them tremendously. TERRI Morris, I've never met the person. I'm going to send her a copy of this video just for her to take a look at, just for the fun of it. She doesn't sponsor this channel. I don't get it. I've never gotten any freebies from her or any sort. In fact, we've never even corresponded. Maybe this will be the beginning of a wonderful relationship, as they say. But having said that, I'm going to assume that, the product I have here is what I expected it to be and what I expect it to be. I got to tell you, I made one major mistake when I ordered this pen. If you'll recall, in one of my last recap episodes, I mentioned to you that I'd seen on Peyton Street a vintage pen that was fabulous. The price was great, the condition, etc., etc. It was a flexi nib, it was a Waterman, a collector's piece, and that I waited too long to order it. And by the time I went back to order the pen, it was gone. So when I saw this pen on sale, as a vintage, I guess, or at least partially vintage, I panicked. I said, I got to order this pen. So I briefly looked at the descriptions. I didn't look at all the details. I said, this is it. I got to order it and put it in my cart and order it right away before somebody else sweeps it up. So at the end of the day, I ordered it. I paid for it. I went for it. And you know what? I said, just hope it is what I'm hoping it is. The price was good. And I have so I don't know what I'm getting. Hopefully I've not made a major mistake. Okay. I don't know if there's a refund policy for this type of a purchase at Peyton Street. Hopefully there is, if it for some reason doesn't meet my expectations. But having said that, okay, so now here's the surprise, and this video is just the unboxing. If it is what it is, and whatever it's going to be, I'm going to do a detailed review of this pen, I can assure you. Okay. But in the meantime, I want to show you the surprise. Okay, so let's go to my overhead camera right away without any further ado. Here it is. First thing to notice is that this is a big package. A much bigger package than you would expect for a pen, okay? I mean, a normal package of a pen is this. But here we have a huge package, okay? So that's the first thing to notice. And for me, anyway, that's the first piece of good news so far, because I have to assume that this pen not only contains the pen, or this package not only contains the pen, but it contains the packaging that I'm hoping came with this pen, okay? Now I'm going to carefully remove even the customer's invoice, because this is going into I got to keep everything. Okay, I got to keep everything because, like I mentioned, this is the grail of all grails. This is what I've been waiting for years and years and years. So I want to keep everything. I'm even wondering whether I'm going to keep the box. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so far so good. It appears to be very well packaged. Okay, so the package is in here. So let's see what this gives. I'm going to put the box away and come back to the okay, so this must be the invoice. I'm not going to show you the invoice because it just says, it gives you a description of the pen, the price. It's an invoice. Thank you, TERRI. And it says, fragile, handle with care. You better believe it. You better believe it. So let's just open this up very carefully with my Swiss Army knife. Okay, so far so good. Now, by now you should have had a couple of hints at what brand, at least, this pen should be, and hopefully you noticed. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, so we got a Delta box. Let me remove a piece of paper. Okay, so now I think the cat's out of the bag, so to speak. Here's my espresso. It does say Delta Italy. Let me just... Okay, Delta Italy. Artigiani della scrittura, artisans of writing, Dolce Vita collection. Do you notice the colors I'm wearing? Anyway, do you notice the colors I'm wearing? I mean, look, I'm trying to, I even have anyway, I'm going crazy here. So let's go back to the box. Dolce Vita collection. It's an oversize. So just hoping the size. I mean, the box, it's a used pen. That we even have a box is great. So here, let's open it up, folks. Okay, without further ado. I mean, I'm looking at this as you are, so I got to tell you, my legs are trembling right now. Okay, here it is. Here's what I see. Okay, what do I see? I see two styrofoam. I'm going to remove this styrofoam first. There is a booklet, plasticized, by the way. Velvet here. There is this here, which I don't know what it is. Now, okay, it's a little torn here, but that's to be expected, I guess. We are talking about a vintage, used pen, so it couldn't have been perfect condition. But here is an an ink from Dolce Vita. I don't know what this is, I gotta tell you, but it appears to be a eyedropper with the two orange kind of, I don't know how to describe this, but that's what's in here. Put that back. Here is what looks like, oh, I see. This is where you put the pen and this is where you put the ink. So it's kind of a blotter, a desk blotter, I would say. Okay. Yeah, desk blotter, which I'm going to clean up and put it all in nice. So that's the blotter. This is the instruction, and I'm not going to show you what's in here till I see what's in. And this, okay, so this is the box. So let's just put this aside for the time being. Okay. How does it open? It opens this way. Oh my God. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Holy, holy, holy mackerel. I just wanted for you to appreciate what this pen means to me. I think it's the real thing. I really do. I'm just hoping it's in good condition. It's what I've been hunting for years. For me, it represents my heritage. It represents who I am. It represents where I was born. It represents my name, my family. It represents my origins. It represents everything for me. Okay. This is just, for me, is just not a pen. It is a masterpiece. It is something that I've got to thank you, TERRI, Peyton Street. I mean, you have made this possible, and I'm hoping that it is, what I think it is. But I did want to capture on camera my emotions for my own sake, if not for viewing pleasure. So let's go back to the box, or to the pen, if you will. It says here, Pennino d'Oro, 18 karat, 750, 18 karat, 750, solid gold nib. Delta Artigiani della Scrittura. Delta, same thing. So it's a little card telling us that it is an 18 karat nib. Here's the pen. And folks, I mean, what can I tell you? This is the oversize Delta Dolce Vita that I've been waiting for forever. I mean, when they mean oversize, they mean oversize. And you know, we'll go through comparisons sometime very soon, okay? But there is nothing that I have that resembles anything that has Dolce Vita on it that is even close to the size of this pen, okay? So this is the real thing. And it's in gold trimmings, not in silver or ruthenium. It's got that beautiful rounded clip. It's got that finial. And let's take a look at the nib. Wow. Wow. Wow, folks. Wow, folks. It doesn't have a number 6 sized steel nib. It has a number 8 size gold nib, 18 karat gold nib with Delta on it. 18 karat. It says, I believe it says Millennium. I'd have to look that up to see if there's any special significance there. It's a fine. Needless to say, there's a huge, huge, huge ebonite feed there. I have to assume that this is a piston filler, although I'm not sure. No, it isn't. Wow. It's got a beautiful, just a beautiful interior there. I don't know if this converter, it's branded Delta all over the place, is a little bit bigger than normal. I don't know. It's certainly a unique converter that I've never seen before. So it is a converter. It's not a piston. Now, apparently, if I read things correctly, this thing has never been inked before. So, folks, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm really going to have a ball going through this pen and you know, looking at it and playing with it, and you know, it's in my hands finally. it's the Dolce Vita oversized. To me, this is the ultimate pen. It's going to be with me forever. I mean, this is something I will leave in my will. I mean, I am never going to part with this. I'm going to insure it. I'm going to make sure that it forms part of my heritage, and that it does forever and ever and ever. I don't know, folks. That speaks for itself. Thank you very much for joining me. My emotions are going wild right now. I'm going to stop right here before I say something silly or stupid, or, you know, but it's mine. It's now mine. And I thank Peyton Street. I thank TERRI for having sent it to me in record time. I wanted to get it as quickly as possible. I paid for extra postage and delivery. I needed to see this pen, you know, and I saw it within 4 days. I know some of you mentioned to me in the comments that, by the way, you know, Peyton Street's got a pen, and you know, I said to you, it's okay, don't worry about it, because I knew I had already purchased it, and it was coming. And so there you have it, folks. The Delta original Dolce Vita oversize. Stay tuned for my detailed review. Grazie.